Here's a look at the market for Friday, July the 15th. Well, yesterday the market had come down pretty hard, although it was an inside day, and let me just point that out here. This was yesterday's regular trading hours. It was actually inside the overnight session. So that kind of pause, you've got to wonder what is going on. But our support down in this area over here was tested with the overnight support or the overnight dip lower. And then the market started to consolidate and then ended up by rallying. So it appears that there is a potential for a good move higher starting. It may have already started late today. And if that's the case, then the market it may pull back to around 1309 or so. But if it gets below that, especially below 03, we might get some support in around here at 9. But if it holds below 3, then this is sort of a DMZ, I believe, in here. If it gets below here, around the 1303 area, then it's very likely to have more down. However, if it can get up, if it can stay above here, I think it's got a good chance of coming up and perhaps testing the high that we had this week, which is in around the 28 area. So it's a pretty volatile market these days. The intraday moves are volatile in the sense, so not the day's range per se is really big. However, the swings within the day really are. When you take a look at today, for example, and here's the profiles from just the regular trading sessions. You can see how today the market, here's today's low, yesterday's high, today's high. You can see that this consolidation in here after this good break lower after the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, just kind of stalled, and which can be fine within the context of a down move. But when you have a nice buying spike late in the day, it can be a sign of things to come. Then again, it could just be short covering. I don't think we really know yet. However, I think if it can stay above approximately 1309, then we're good to go and could very well come up here and test into that 1328 area. As far as our trades were concerned today, it was kind of a rough day for us. We had, well, these early trades here were right, here's the short trades here. This was right after the market had received the news, and we had some long trades here and here and here. So being in the down auction, we did take this trade. It was the first one, and we were stopped out on it. However, most of our traders would not have taken this trade. It was right after the news was released. Consumer sentiment can be very volatile, and we always watch for that. This trade we did not take in the up market, as we did not take this up trade or this up trade, which was kind of unfortunate because this trade actually made much more sense, because when you have such a strong down move in the first hour of the day, you really do look for very little movement beyond that range. And we didn't get it here, and instead it rejected it and gave this long trade here, and of course it rallied for the rest of the day. Unfortunately, we did get stopped out on a couple of short trades in here, number 2 and number 3. Number 4 was a beautiful trade. It came right up to our price, filled us. It hit us right on the tick and filled us, and then dropped about 3 points. So it worked out very nicely. So this late kind of move up here it can be foretelling, and I think that's kind of what we've got to go watch out for here come early next week. It could be what's to come next week. If, on the other hand, the market comes down, and I would say starts to trade below around this area in here, especially if it gets below about here, then all bets are off on what I just said, which is potential for a very strong up move over the next several days. So that's really how we're looking at it. Any questions or comments, you can always get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader. I always enjoy hearing your questions and comments. So have a great weekend, and we will see you again on Monday.